So today, I'm going to be teaching you a lesson plan on the Bill of Rights, and then we are going to play bingo with the Bill of Rights. What is the Bill of Rights? The Bill of Rights is one of 3 founding documents. The first 10 amendments of the Constitution make up the Bill of Rights. James Madison is considered to be the primary author of the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights was created in 1789, but then it was officially ratified by the United States government in December 15th of 1791. The Bill of Rights was added to the Constitution because the Constitution lacked the limits on the government's power. The Bill of Rights spells out the American people's rights in relation to the government. It guarantees civil rights and liberties to an individual. The First Amendment guarantees the freedoms in concerning religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. Also, the expression of press. This amendment forbids Congress to promote one religion over another. This amendment guarantees the right for citizens to peacefully assemble and also petition their government. And with the expression of press, you can write a newspaper article about your government. The Second Amendment helps protect the individual's right to possess a firearm. This is the right of people to keep and also bear arms, and it shall not be infringed. This is understood to protect an individual's right to possess firearms, especially in a self-defense manner within the home. They just took it to the House floor last week that in the state of West Virginia, they are lowering the age of owning a firearm to about 18 to 20 instead of 21. The Third Amendment prohibits the forced housing of soldiers within private homes without the owner's consent during peace times. Quartering is only allowed in a manner that is prescribed by law. So this means that citizens can refuse soldiers from coming into their home and living. This was a very big thing during colonial times when we were still fighting the British, and they forced soldiers into homes of people so they would have somewhere to live. The Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures from the government. This requires that warrants are supported by probable cause and specific warrants, not just general intrusions or thoughts that they may have about this person. This balances security with also having more privacy rights. So this is where we get the word warrant, which we all probably know is a court order which allows the police to search someone's home or their business with probable cause of knowing that they may have something in there. The Fifth Amendment protects several different key rights, including the right to a grand jury, the protection against double jeopardy, and the right to avoid any self-incrimination. I think we all know a lot of this, such as you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And also saying, I plead the Fifth if you don't want to self-incriminate yourself. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the rights to an individual facing any criminal prosecutions, ensuring the fairness by providing rights for a public trial, an impartial jury, being informed of the charges, and having a legal counsel, including for those that cannot afford one. You have a right to a fair and speedy jury trial, and in cases, if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be provided for you. The Seventh Amendment guarantees the right to a jury trial in certain federal civil cases and limits the judges from examining facts to be decided by the jury, which preserves the principles from the English common law. This means you have a right to trial by a jury in certain different federal civil cases. The Eighth Amendment prohibits the use of excessive bail, excessive fines, and having very cruel or unusual punishments. This protects the individuals from having an overly harsh penalty placed by the government. So you can't have a bail of $100 $1,000 now. And they can't punish you for things that like you did, but it doesn't deserve that punishment. Everything has to be fair all across the board now. The Ninth Amendment declares that the enumeration of these specific rights in the Constitution does not mean each other, so the unlisted rights are denied or disparaged. This means you are guaranteed a whole bunch more rights other than what's just listed in these 10 amendments. We have a whole list of rights that we have as American citizens, not just these 10 that are listed here. There's a whole bunch more. And lastly, the 10th Amendment establishes the principles of federalism by stating that any power is not given to the federal government, nor withheld from the states, are reserved for the states or also the people. This ensures that the federal government has limited enumerated power, so your control is being held at the state level or by the people, not just the federal government. Learning the Bill of Rights helps us understand the freedoms and protections we have as individuals living in the United States. When we know our rights, we are better prepared to stand up for ourselves and others and to be informed, responsible citizens. So as we go into our next activity, we need to remember the most common amendments that we do use in our day-to-day life are the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth, and the Fifth Amendment. So those are the most common and the ones that we mostly use. So I have some scenario guided practice cards that we're going to go over before we play bingo, just to see if you like understand like what amendment may fall under what. So I have a few questions. A cop stops you within a store and proceeds to search you without any reason. What amendment does not allow this?
The Sixth Amendment?
No. The Sixth Amendment, no. If he stops you within a store and tries to search you without any reason. The third? The third. What's the next one? It is the fourth. A group of students want to have a meeting to talk about recess times. What right allows this?
The First Amendment?
It is the First Amendment. Okay, do we think we understand enough to play bingo? So everybody has a bingo card in front of you. Do you all have pencils? This group looks at evidence before a trial begins.
The jury?
Yes, it is the jury. What is the Second Amendment there for?
Bear arms.
It is your right to bear arms. The authors wanted to make sure that citizens could question leaders without any fear. When was the Bill of Rights ratified?
1791.
Yes, 1791. Want to start writing a newspaper to criticize the government? What will protect you from this?
Freedom of press.
Yes.
Bingo.